Now we are in our day 2 since we stocked this Ross 308 from our greeted hatchery. So we've not had any mortality since about 1 day and some hours that we stocked these birds. So they've been doing very, very well. I can tell you that. There were a few things I did today that I really want to update you on. First, we introduced this flip top feeder that I told you about. We introduced it and they are gradually eating from that, though most of them they still concentrate on the tray feeder, eating from the tray feeder. I think that's because they can see the feed in the tray feeder openly. They can easily pick feed from that compared to this other flip top feeder. But however, they also pick feed from that. I don't want to assume that they are not eating from there. They still pick from there as well. Now, and another thing I also did, I introduced these bell drinkers to this pen today because water, just as feed is very important to the development of these chicks, so is water. Water is still very, very important to their development. So I don't want them to lack water due to insufficient drinkers. So I introduced these bell drinkers in here. It's an automatic drinking system. As they drink, more water comes in. As they drink from it, more water comes in. But that notwithstanding, if I had left out these bed drinkers, and then just leave them on these nipple drinkers, they would still have been very, very okay. So, but I don't want to take any chance because what my aim is by that day 7, which is by the end of week 1, I should be able to achieve that massive weight. That is the 4.5 minimum, 4.5 times the arrival weight minimum. So that is my aim. I should be able to achieve that. So if we can hit about 190 something as our average weight, 190 something gram, it will be a very, very good one. So that is what I'm working towards. Now remember, this feed we are using is another brand of feed I have not used before. So I want to really test out the result to see how the output is going to be. I want to believe the output is going to be superb because what really made me to go into try out this feed is because in one of the WhatsApp group that I belonged, I read from one farmer who got about 2.5 kilogram body weight at week 4. That is by day 28. Very, very amazing. So now whenever I hear some farmers make such comment, I don't doubt it because it is the result that they got. That's what they are displaying. So I don't doubt them. So instead, I just, okay, that's a very good one. All I need to do is probably try it out and then see the result I'm going to get. So I want to believe I'm still going to get about that same massive result. That's my aim. Now, if that result is very, very massive as expected, definitely I might stick to this brand of feed that I'm using. Though the cost of this particular one is just a little bit lesser than that of the one that I've been using. But that notwithstanding, I still have to try it out. So that's what I'll be doing. Now, another thing, the third thing we also did today, remember the water we gave them yesterday was water containing glucose. Now, there are some glucose you need to use and there are some glucose we advise not to use because this particular one that I used contains vitamin C, paracetamol, and then glucose itself. So that's the one I use. And the amazing thing about this particular one that I use, though I'm not trying to advertise any brand of glucose here, the dosage is also there. Unlike some other ones that you can buy in the pharmacy stores and all of that, they don't normally put the dosage there. So you just use your discretion to take from that and give to them. No, but for this particular one, there is the dosage there that you should take. I think about 10 grams to about 50 liters of water, 50 to 100 liters of water. So we gave them that yesterday. Towards the end, after about some hours that we gave them that glucose solution, we switched to plain water. So we didn't leave them all through that yesterday on glucose solution. No. By this morning today now, what we did, we introduced our medication, that is multivitamins and antibiotics medication. We commenced that today. Now we are not going the organic route because we are going to be making use of synthetic medication. This is because the stress involved in preparing organic medication and all of that, I don't really have that time at this time to really go into that. So that's why I opt for this option, which is the synthetic medication. So we are going to be administering this medication, these multivitamins and these antibiotics for about I think 3 to 4 consecutive days, depending on the dosage that the manufacturer stated on the medication that I am using. That's what I'm going to follow. Though in the medication chart that I uploaded some weeks ago, by this day 2 to day 5, we are to administer multivitamins and antibiotics medication. Now, normally, whenever I'm administering antibiotics medication, somehow, I'm being careful administering antibiotics. Now, because when I look at the dosage, okay, for instance, the particular one I'm using says 10 grams to about 10 liters of water. But what I do, I take the extreme. For instance, if the liters of water I'm to administer for per gram of that medication is about, let's say, 10 liters, between 10 to 20 liters, for instance, I take the average. I take about 15 liters. So instead of that lowest one, which is 10, or the maximum one, which is 20, I take the average, which is about 15. That's how I administer my antibiotic medication. So that's what I've been. We've been providing some level of heat for these chicks, and they have really been doing well. We've not had any mortality. So I'll be giving you day-to-day update on what our output is and what you need to do in order to ensure that the mortality of your chicks is reduced drastically. Just follow us from that yesterday day 1 till we dispose these birds. You are going to go gain a whole lot in raising your day-old chicks from day 1 till day 35 that will be disposing these birds. Is very amazing. Now the feeding method we've still been adhering to is this feeding in bit. We don't dump feed them. We don't just have to pack feed them for the whole day till the next day. No, we feed them in bits. Just like that yesterday, I woke up every 2 hours just to come and check on them to be sure that they are doing very well. So that is for day 1. So though by this day 2, as from day 2, day 3, I may have to increase it a little, maybe to about 3 hours before coming to check on them. So till they no longer need that coming to check on them regularly, but we still have to do that to ensure that we take good care of them and they all survive. That is my aim. So I don't just have to just leave them to their fate. No, you don't have to do that. Now, you can see this carton that we placed on the floor yesterday that was so clean is getting messed up. It is expected because on this carton, that's where they poo. On this carton, that's where they do all sort of stuff. At times when they peck on the nipple pin, at times you see some little water drop on the carton. That's also in a way getting the carton messed up. So what I love about using this carton as my brooding paper is this. By today now, which is day 2, or by early hour of that day 3 tomorrow, I will need to flip this over. When I flip it over, I can use the other side, because if I turn this other side, now you can see how clean this other side is. So I can reuse that side so that by day 4, I cannot totally remove them and then burn them to ashes. That's how we've been doing them. So though the weather is a bit getting cooler now, so the temperature is gradually going down about 30.8. I need to like put on the gas brooder for them, though for some time now I put off the heat. I didn't provide heat for them. This is because the sun was somehow providing some level of heat for us, which is of a great help in a way to reduce our LPG gas that we've been using. So we monitor the temperature. We observe that, okay, the sun has come out really in a way helping us. We turn it off and then rely on the sun. So when the sun goes down again and the temperature is getting below the expected range, we put on the gas brooder again to provide that heat for them. That is one of the things I love about gas brooding. Is very efficient, less labor. Unlike the charcoal, where you have to fan until the light comes up. That is when the light goes off. To get it up is hectic. So God help you, it's not a rainy day. Maybe water gets into the charcoal. For it to light up, it will be so difficult. So the same goes with kerosene. In no time, before you know it, everything will run down. Especially that time at in the night when around that count 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 a.m., when the weather will be very cold. So at that time, all I need to do when I wake up is just to increase the supply of that gas a little. Before you know it, the temperature will be at the range it's supposed to be. So I love this gas brooder so much because it doesn't give me headache in terms of providing heat for for this my chicks. Though the initial cost of installation is somehow expensive, but in the long run it will pay for itself. Comparing the price of LPG gas today with the price of charcoal, I think LPG gas wins, take the wins, because it's very efficient. Just fill your cylinder, light it up, everything is good to go. Okay, now you can see the carton. I've already flipped it over. You can see the other side. Now another thing, if you were making use of wood shave, by this day too also, if necessary, you must have removed the Brooder paper, which is the newspaper or the carton, and then go and burn them to ashes. But because I'm using sawdust, I don't want to allow them access to that sawdust within this day 1, day 2, day 3. So hopefully by early hour of day 4, we are going to be removing this Brooder paper totally, and then burn all of them to ashes. You can see how they are right now. Everywhere is somehow clean again. I can tell you by the end of this day 3, the whole place will be messed up, because their poo and everything, they are on this carton. So that's why you see it getting messed up as quickly as possible. So this is it. So I need to pick up the beer drinkers now, then go and wash it and then return it. This is what I'll be doing now. And meanwhile, the medication you are giving them, you don't need to wait until it's about max. It's maximum 24 hours. You need to dispose it and then prepare another one for them. This is very important. So most times you always see it stated on the medication paper, telling you where the medication should be used up within 24 hours. So always adhere to those instructions. This is very important. So I'll be making another medication of that multivitamins and antibiotics for them now, and then pour it inside the tank that we made, so that they will have access to that medication through these nipple drinkers and the beer drinkers. Just a quick one. One of the things we do in this channel is this. When you ask your question, we discover that replying that question with text will not really give you a detailed understanding to the of the answers we are providing to your question. We take that question, we make a video with it, upload it, so that you have a better understanding of the answers we provide. This is what we do at Farmbiz with Markay. Thank you so very much. If you find this video helpful, in a way to say thank you, kindly subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share, as this will help us to grow our channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.